let's try this again. I hope you're happy to see me. I'm happy to be back. So how's everyone doing? I myself am doing wonderful. I just kind of wanted to give like an update on where I've been these past like 6 months probably. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been a while. But I kept wanting to vlog, but I never got a chance to, and let me tell you why. Around July, I was able to like get enough courage within myself to go ahead and try the reapplication process to get back into school. As some of you might remember, I was academically dismissed. So after treatment and all of that, I figured I might as well give it a try. And the application was due in July, and then between July and September, I met with an academic counselor from my college. Had my fingers crossed that they would understand what OCD was and what how mental health can affect your academics. It can truly be really debilitating. What I found out was within this last year, a new position was created on campus, which became the bridge between the counseling and psychological services and the academic services, and they were kind of that mediator that helped academic counselors understand the effects of mental health on school. Well, I wish that was there when I was getting dismissed. And actually the counselor that I have for my college was actually my high school ballet folklorico instructor, and she was the one who I went to help me get into college. So it was just really reassuring that I was on the right path. Things were set up in a certain way that it was the universe was kind of telling me, you're doing the right thing, Crystal, it's time. So anyways, I met with the academic counselor. Thank goodness. I think she may have seen either the OCD project or Obsessed from, I think it's A&E. I think it helped her really sympathize with what I was going through. I got back in. I had to get all these letters from my therapist, from my doctors, from my major, have a school plan of classes I was going to take, have to write my own readmission letter as to why I think I should be allowed back. And I was readmitted on a probationary status, which meant if I didn't succeed this quarter that I wouldn't be able to come back. And so in coming back to school, I really had to reevaluate how I was going to handle myself and handle the stress of school, because I'm going from only focusing on myself and, coping with learning to be able to do normal household things again, to now entering an environment of scholastics and being around a lot of people all the time, not to mention my dermatillomania, which, as some of you may or may not know, is also categorized as chronic skin picking, and that causes me to have a lot of anxiety about people looking at me, intrusive thoughts. It was just a whole new battlefield of things that I was challenging myself to, experience, struggle with, get through, just focus on my academics, setting up good, healthy study skills, and time management, which, as some of you with OCD may know, is the hardest thing to get a hold of, because you can spend so much time doing one thing and it just consumes you. I also had to be careful that any stress that I faced didn't become obsessive, which would lead to a compulsion. Also, in September, I moved out of the apartment with my boyfriend. I moved to the city where my school is with some random roommates. They didn't know what I was going through, and I didn't feel like I knew them well enough to disclose that. I don't know. I mean, I'm disclosing it to all of you who are strangers, so it's just kind of something that I keep to myself, and I don't bring it up unless it's absolutely necessary. The challenging thing was that in moving there, the house, there's 2 bedrooms, and the housemate was graduating early. It was a little bit challenging because I was sharing a room. That prevented me from being able to do a lot of my compulsions that I was used to, being able to wake up throughout the night, probably every hour, and do compulsions and then go back to sleep and then wake up another hour, have compulsions, go back. I can't sleep with quiet, like I have to have noise. I slept with noise because I don't know if any of you with obsessive thoughts feel this way, but like when it's quiet, that's when those thoughts get the loudest and it's kind of hard to silence them. So I'm always like with my mind busy, just kind of sleep with headphones on. Like that was one thing I couldn't, because I feel like I go crazy in silence. I had to share a bathroom, which was an interesting experience too, because I had to challenge myself to not like wipe everything down all the time and kind of change my understanding of cleaning habits. I don't know, it was just like a really good to change some compulsions that I had already started changing, but to really go that full mile and kind of normalize certain things. So, I mean, I was trying to like make sure, I don't know, I had a good balance of self-care. I always initially just want to like stay home because that's what I'm used to. So I had to kind of force myself to get out a lot more. I had a good balance of time with my friends, times with myself, study groups, study sessions, and then balancing my relationship and my family time and making sure I went to professor's office hours. I was so scared. Every step I took closer to the office, my heart beat just got faster and faster. I would sweat more. I felt dizzy, like I was gonna pass out. I just had to like go slowly, step by step, where we can easily sugarcoat things, I guess, and say like, oh, what you're worrying about is dumb. It's gonna be okay. What's the worst that can happen? I have to be very careful not to talk to myself like that because I need to be okay with the what ifs. Like, well, maybe my professor will be upset with me that I have a disability. Maybe my professor will find it irritating that they have to accommodate to me. Maybe, they're having a bad day and they're gonna have an attitude with me. Like, all these thoughts that would come into my head thinking I was gonna get in trouble and stuff, I had to just kind of deal with. If I let it win, then I'm out of my accommodations, or I feed into the fear and let that little seed grow when I'm trying to, squash it. Classes ended like a week and a half ago, and I finished the quarter with straight A's. My whole college career, I never got straight A's. Never, never. And so it's just like so perplexing to me that I was able to come back to school, have this, what society labels as a disability, and succeed past my own expectations. And I think like I just was so proud of myself for proving myself wrong, proving my stupid OCD wrong, proving, the statistics wrong, and overcoming so much. Like all this hard work I put in for the past 2 years actually finally paid off. Still like so proud of myself. Favorite accomplishments of my life. Like I feel so proud, and I think I deserve to because I know how much I've been through, and I might not necessarily explain to all of you every step of the way and every single struggle I've had. It's not over, the struggle still continues every day. The disorder never goes away, but to be able to say I'm unwinding this tangled ball of yarn that is my life and making a crocheted sweater out of it or something, like it's nice. My relationship's gotten a lot better. I think moving out, living together was a really healthy decision for us because it makes us appreciate our time together more, and it stops me from being so codependent. My partner was doing a lot of my compulsions for me. A lot of you may know this disorder creates a lot of toxicity in your relationship because of the expectations you put on yourself and then the expectations you put on your partner. If you're having them do compulsions for you because they love you and they care about you and they don't want to see you stressed. Being able to enjoy everyday life is not that easy because of all the stress you go through, and it helped me appreciate him so much more. And by the way, his birthday was Christmas Eve. I just want to make sure I say thank you. I love you so much. I appreciate everything, and I can't wait to see you when you come home. He's in Mexico right now because his grandparents are celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary. Hope one day that's us. So yeah, I don't know. Those are just some of my accomplishments I've had so far. I have my own room now because my housemate graduated. Be able to vlog a lot more. I wasn't able to vlog when I'm all my roommate doesn't even know I have a YouTube channel, and I'm like, well, what if she walks in and then sees me? That would make me so nervous. This is going to be just kind of like the first segment. These are my accomplishments. In the next video, I'm going to talk about some of the struggles I've had because I did have quite a few panic attacks this past few months. So it's not all, roses, but I think there's just, like they say, there's a beauty in the breakdown, It's just what you choose to do with these life struggles. So that's that. I hope you all are having a wonderful holiday season. Thank you so much for still being subscribed to me, or even if you're not subscribed, thank you for watching. And I really appreciate all your support. This is my puppy Amos. He looks like a mess right now. This is his first Christmas, so he has a little doggy sweater. Oh, I love us. He's so cute. Mwah. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you very, very soon. I hope I didn't say that the last video and then I didn't show up again. Alright, bye everyone.